Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Hardpoint. I'm going to be breaking down how you should be playing this mode and give you some tips and tricks so you can improve that KD, get more kills, get less deaths, pretty much all the way around. This is the third video in the series. We've already covered Team Deathmatch and Domination. If there's another 6v6 mode you'd like to see, make sure you do comment that down below. If you do enjoy the video anyway, let me know by hitting that like button. I do have a goal of 500 likes, so if you can help me out with that, I'd be very appreciative. And if you're brand new to the channel, would like to find your way back, at some point through the video, double check to make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. So one of the biggest issues with this mode is that generally people do not play the objective. You can kind of see me posted up in this room, and I'm gonna stay in here the entire time. What you'll notice is that most of my team aren't playing the objective, and most of the enemies aren't playing the objective, and that is the unfortunate part, especially with the way they've done the kill streaks versus score streaks by default. It makes it a little bit more challenging to actually accomplish what you want, which is to have a competitive match. Regardless if you play CDL playlist, it's the exact same thing, and it's just that ends up being that everyone's using an M4 and MP5. Besides that, there's really no difference between pubs, in my opinion. I didn't find any difference as far as the competitive aspect of the actual mode. So it's just something you got to be aware of. If those types of things happen, sometimes you can just leave the match, and if you're looking for that competitiveness among the lobby. But for the most part, all you got to do is understand the rotations, and you got to feel one of the roles, whether you're a slayer, a defender, an objective player, or you're just kind of all around filling the role when it's necessary. That's what you're able to do within this mode. We're going to be looking at a Piccadilly match, and it ends up being pretty good, and I'm going to kind of point out exactly what I'm doing in the moment. So what we'll see is here, obviously the enemy team does not care about the objective, and I actually get on a streak right here. And one thing I will point out is, and look at this guy, I end up killing this guy, which is the Danny Pimpin or whatever, and then I actually get a bad spawn. If you pay attention right here, look, all four of them spawn right here. The one right here I'm going to be aiming for, I already had him targeted because I knew where he was, and then four of them spawn in, three of them spawn in. My teammates are right there pushing that edge, and the guy comes back for the revenge kill. So sometimes that is the tricky part with the spawns, because in reality the guy should be spawning on the outside edge because of where the hard point is, but obviously the game decides what they want. So I go for this guy, the other guy comes around, I can't kill them both, they're both coming directly for me, the guy shoots me, and you can see literally he spawns in with his M4, aims for me, and then that's a wrap. And I end up getting a little bit late start. I end up going 29-3. I had 47 seconds on the hill, and as you can see, the enemy could not care about actually playing the objective. So more often than not, if you just play the objective, know the rotations, you're more than likely going to win if you're the only one playing the objective and the enemy team isn't. It's just kind of how it goes. The next match we're going to take a look at is Piccadilly. I'm not a fan of this Piccadilly map. You can see I'm spawning in. It's just right on time. I can see where the enemies are. My teammate is posted up over here. There's not really a point for him to be over here. He should be pushed up a little bit so he can get a sight line at least to the left. And then you can see that I have three teammates on this right side. So what I mean by understanding the rotations is normally there's certain spawns that you want to ideally have that are closer to the actual objective and get you in position to actually get most of that hill. So that's sometimes what you'll do. You'll see me in this gameplay, I rotate early for one of the hills, and then basically you leave one player behind, and that's kind of garbage time. I get a little bit outgunned there. That's just me missing my shots. You're going to see that I get outgunned a couple times. Then I warm up to the match, and then I'm able to pretty much take over. For whatever reason, I'm like, when is this guy? I landed my shots. It looked like I'm right above the shoulder, I guess, and he just doesn't take any damage. I kind of expected that my teammate landed at least a bullet there, but it's just not how it goes. So I come in there, peeking. I'm trying to get in the hill. No one's on the hill. I can see my teammates are coming around the left. And good thing to have is either a trophy system, nades, something along those lines, maybe a smoke. Could be good to cover a path. And you can see that they're coming all the way around. They throw their little gas grenade, but I'm still managing to stay in the objective. What happens is there's a couple things. I'm already in the objective. This teammate should be going around this left side, and these ones should be going around the right. This one could peek over the top because people can get on top of the buses, and this is not a good thing because the guys could just throw nades. And the reason why I'm in this position and not the other is because the teammate was there after me. I got there first. So ideally what you're looking to happen is that the teammates would fill in the other roles. I'm kind of locking down the OBJ and playing that OBJ role, and then they should be covering the different flanks. So I'm just kind of posted up waiting, peek out, and then the hard point already moved. You can see that none of our teammates rotated. And luckily, after I die here, I think I get a favorable spawn where I'm a lot closer to the objective compared to where I was. That gives me an entry point. You can see that none of the enemies are on the hard point, so at least it allows me to get in a 1v1. So I'm rushing this aggressively. You can see I'm pushed forward. I'm not sure exactly where the guy was, just bad timing. As I came up, the guy wasn't there. As I turn around, he literally pops out. But this could have been a little bit prevented if our team had started to rotate a little bit earlier when we were already in the objective. I already kind of had that garbage time. They could have pushed up and tried to move to get a little bit more of the actual map. So I think I get close to 70 kills in this gameplay, just from playing the objective and moving around, get some score streaks. You can see that like where the enemies are right now. I'm trying to come around this left side. It's kind of a flank because they don't really know. I do have the monolithic suppressor on, so it keeps me off the mini-map. I'm kind of pushing through. I thought I heard somebody up here, so I just wait, pre-aim. As the guy comes out, then I'm able to take him out. I did hear them as they were upstairs. You can hear the footsteps. Take out that guy. And then I'm kind of coming around. I can see that there's multiple guys, but pretty much I'm the only one that moved forward. I throw a nade, and you can see we're down right here, and our team hasn't pushed up. And now we're getting the opposite effects where I got to kind of go in there, do a little bit of the work. I take that guy out, and then now I get lucky right there with the hip fire. There's another one behind me. I'm backing up. I thought I could stick him. Because I need a reload, I believe, and then I kind of just backed off. Our teammates are on the objective. I got to kind of come out here. They are posted up back here. I take that first one out, and then there's another one laying down. And this is a hard shot with an SMG. Obviously, if I was using a rifle, it would be a little bit more effective. I'm able to take out both of those guys as they come through, and I'm keeping people off the objective as they're cutting across the map. My teammate's just content to sit on there, which is perfectly fine. That's kind of what I was doing a little bit earlier. I see the guy, he's missing his shots, then he ends up lasering me. That is a pretty difficult shot at that range, especially when they're prone. There's not much of a target to hit. You can see that I'm starting to rotate towards the next area and trying to secure those spawns, since I know that the hard point is going to be in this general area. So by doing that, you're going to see that we start turning the tide a little bit. Even though we've gotten ahead, now I anchored this area, and all my teammates are spawning in this back corner over here. And now I just got to defend this left side. If my teammates weren't spawning in this corner, let's say they're spawning on this side, then I know the enemies are more towards this side. But you can see all my teammates are over here. So if I were just to bet on this, I would say that the enemies should be coming around this left side. Somewhere between this enemy and me, they should be around this left side. And that's just using a little bit of the map logic. I pre-aim. I thought I saw another guy. I'm deciding if I want to peek the right way. My teammate's jumping in the hill. So I go ahead and get into this gunfight. I get the guy from behind, and then I'm pushing out. And what initially you want to do is you got to imagine there's a huge semicircle between like the objective and the enemy players. So what I'm doing is positioning up here so that if I get killed over here, then my teammates can know, hey, there's a guy on the left side. He fired his weapon, whatever the case is. But if you have one person in the hill and then a bunch of people pushed out, that creates kind of like that buffer zone so you can get a majority of the hill. And that requires the enemy team to group up and actually push as a unit, or pinch, kind of do a coordinated pinch where it's like 3 and 3 or 4 and 2 or whatever, and be able to take over the hill. So I saw the guy out of the corner of my eye. I'm able to take him out. I am able to call in another UAV. I'm waiting for the other one, and there it goes. So I call that in, and then you can see there is a guy right here who's coming back for the kill. There's another one there. I take him out. And there's another one. I was kind of a little bit nervous there. And somebody's marking these guys with that recon drone. And I'm debating how I want to take this. I think if I go around this left side, I should be able to get him. The guy didn't know exactly where I was. There is another one. I'm going to be able to chase and get the kill. And you can see that nobody on the enemy team has gotten close to the objective. There is a guy coming around over here. I think I kind of misjudged this. There is a guy coming up around that I should be able to kill. I think he was thirsting for me. I thought the enemy player died right there. Cool. I take him out. And then I thought he was dead, because if you look at how he disappeared off the minimap, it looked like he got killed, especially since my teammate ran right past him and he didn't get the kill. So a couple trade outs there. I do end up getting the VTOL, which basically what I want to do is, with this map, all the hills are indoors except for one is open right in the middle. So basically I want to call in my VTOL the second that one starts so I can get that entire hill time, especially since if they don't have cold-blooded on, they can't run out there to actually take it. They're going to have to be worrying about that VTOL instead of actually getting into gunfights. So you can see right here, we weren't able to maintain the entire hill, but I am going for a flank. trying to creep up. You can see my teammates are pushing all together. There's another one in this building. I throw my little nade. I throw one over the top. And then that should allow me to get a kill, I believe. There it is. I do get the kill. That breaks it from my team. There's one guy left. And I'm able to clean that up as well. So I wasn't sure if that was an enemy. It's just reactionary. And now you can see I'm locking down the hill as my teammates back up. And then I get sniped with the carbine real quick. It just kind of a little quick shot, no scope. No scope on that carbine. Or not the carbine, the Car 98. So I'm like, where the heck is this guy? And now it says buses. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I feel safe, I'm going to call on that VTOL, drop it right on top, right in the middle of the buses. So now the hills have already cycled through. I come through. I'm able to get the double kill here. I just got to work my way around. Another one, and we're good to go. So basically, I've been able to get all the kills, clear it up, and this should allow my team to push up on the objective, especially since all the enemies are going to be pushing from one location. Get sniped again. Did not see a scope. This was the problem with the ACOG. You didn't even know. I didn't even know that guy was aiming at me in any way. Throw some more nades. Kind of clear out the area. You can see my VTOL is putting in work. The guy's coming from behind. My teammates weren't paying attention. I'm able to cover that up. And then I'm able to work my way around this side again. Most of the enemies are on this left side dealing with the VTOL. So what I'm doing is going around for the flank, get a nice easy kill there. And then I'm still coming around expecting there to be a guy on this right side. And that's what you got to do, is you got to kind of use your map awareness. I already know that the guy is somewhere in the building. He was able to get killed there. I'm working my way up. I'm not sure if somebody was upstairs. Just kind of peek all the corners, and then now we're good to go. You can see that the hill is already rotated. So what I did is put on my dead silence so I can come around for the flank. And I should be able to get people from behind, since you can see, oh, that was like not expecting 3 of them. So I back off, call on the UAV. My teammates look like they're going to be able to push from that side, and I should be able to get this flank. So I peek out. I know there's a guy on the left, pre-aim, pre-fire, shoot the guy, and then I'm able to worry about this guy on the right. I know he's coming around. Not sure exactly where he went. He went too far. So I'm going to back off and worry about the one I can kill right away. There's another one behind. He rotates back around. I take him out. And we weren't able to get the hill, sadly. Somehow the enemies were still able to break in there. So I got to play this right. I know I only need one more kill for that VTOL. So I got to push around this left side. And I know the enemies are going to be coming out. So I already pre-aimed, take that guy out. I know there's another one behind me. I take him out, get in here. There's another one. I kill him. MP5 is just a really good weapon. And now I got full set of streaks. I'm working around this way since I know there was a guy on this side, and I'm coming from the other side. You can see the arcade is covered. I'm going to call on that VTOL just outside the building, and you can see that my team will be able to lock it down. And this kind of is the same concept. If you hold the objective, then you can call the VTOL on the outside so that people struggle to actually get to the area that you want to get to. So I come through, clear them all out. I'm expecting more enemies to be all the way far on this right side. And you can see they're running through the bus, coming through. This gets a little contested because they did place smoke correctly. I come through, teammates were able to clean them up, and then I'm getting a little bit of hill time. I do want to push out though, and I'm peeking the edge. And you can see how I kind of peeked the edge. The guy ended up throwing the gas grenade. So I'm getting out of there, and then I got to reposition. I go down here because I want to call in my chopper gunner, and I figure they won't be able to see me in that location. So I call that in, and then I should be providing cover for my team as people are trying to navigate around the map. It's not hard to use a chopper gunner. Obviously, you just kill people as they come around the map, and then you get those kills, hopefully hold the map control and lock it down. And essentially your team is going to be in a 5v3 or whatever, because only a couple people are going to be able to move across the map at once, and most people will camp to kind of protect their KD, so they're just going to kind of sit still. Obviously, I was trying to kill this one here, but nothing's going to happen at that point. And we should be pretty close to winning the match at this point. It's just a matter of enough teammates being on the objective. You can see they can get contested there. They end up killing them because there's only one person rushing. And then that ends up being pretty much the match. You see I went 62-10. Nothing crazy, but I did manage to play the objective, move around. I didn't camp one location. I was very vigilant about how I wanted to navigate. And that's pretty much what these gameplay breakdowns are for. Kind of give your thought process on how to actually play the individual mode. If you found it helpful, let me know by hitting that like button. If you're brand new to the channel, like to find your way back, definitely consider subscribing with notifications on. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.